Hello, this is Manish Patel with IMTF Trade. Today is March 14, and we're going to show you a real Starbucks trade that we just took, and you possibly can still enter that trade. Okay. Before we begin, this is our normal disclaimer. This is state for education use only. We're not soliciting you to buy or anything at all. We are broker neutral, and you can read the rest of this disclaimer. So let's get to the charts. So let me show you how we found this trade. We have our scanner on the IMTF trade. I had set up the email alerts, and basically I was looking for 60-minute high probability opportunities that set up for the scanner. Here, basically, our market close on the 11th. That means the trading day will be the 12th. We had an opportunity to short Starbucks on a 60-minute. So let's go to the chart. So here's a chart for the Starbucks on the 60-minute on the 11th that came here. There's overextension dots here, which was not good at all, and all due to this gap down here. So basically what we did was we did not want to put a trade on right now. We could put the breakout trade, but we did not want to do the pullback trade since that price was very, very far away from these black crosses, which would be the pullback area. So what we did was we basically put an alert there and what we saw basically is it didn't get there. Our alert triggered here, and at that point, we did not like this trade at all. So we wanted to kind of wait and see what happens. Then we saw this price action where it closed above it, and then basically we saw it right here, which is basically a March 13, which was yesterday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, closed below these crosses. So at that point, we saw there was an opportunity there. Of course, we could only trade the shaded area, so basically we went to the next higher time frame to filter out. Okay, but you want to stick to the shaded areas because it tells you what the stop needs to really be. So the next higher time frame was going to be the 120. So here's the 120. We got a red shaded area. We basically put the pullback alert right there. We put the pullback trade there. Our green dots are here. They're sitting on these existing support resistances. So we kind of moved up. We kind of cleared all this little area here and got a little higher there. And we can even go a little more if we want and clear this little cross back here if we really want to do that. But then you start getting into reward risk that's not 3-to-1. So we don't want to do that. So we kept it to right there, and which is right there, and you could see the proof. It already went to these right there, so that was the major resistance right there. So in theory, we could sit there and lower it a little more, but due to volatility, especially since you're trying to bet on something going down, you could get a little volatility spike. So we're going to keep it right there. And of course, to the pivot low is what we're looking at, which is pretty much right here. So this would be a 3-to-1 reward risk ratio to the pivot low. Now, once it comes there, we're not going to get out of that position. What we're going to do is you say that's preserve mode, where we're going to tighten up our stop and we're going to take 75% of our positions off because it does still have a high probability of breaking that pivot low and keep on going. So this is a trade we just entered just now. Unfortunately, I couldn't put it out before it did, but that's about it. If you guys have any questions, you could email us at info@eiicapital.com. Thank you.